Hi everybody and welcome to Axion channel. We are good to go. So we're going to just make sure the audio is all up and running. Some huge news today, really massive. So we're going to go through that. I hope you enjoy it. So welcome, welcome, welcome. So that's all right. The audio sounds good. So welcome everybody. And we're going to get into it. Don't know how long we'll last, but we'll go for gold. And we've got some exciting stuff to look at. So let's get into it. So we've got today, obviously, we'll just have a quick look at the price. I'd like to do that when we start. So just to invite a few people on while we're doing that. So price is at 0.002181. So we've had a little bit of a spurt, and that's based off the back of the news. Got some little interesting analysis of that. So we're up 13.43% in the wee while. So pretty cool. What's that? 8 hours, up 13%, almost 14%. So really nice. And liquidity is looking good, 4.4 million. Daily volume 765,000 US dollars. That's looking good too. ETH 1453 and pooled Axion 10.1 billion. So looking nice. So let's get straight into the announcements. We've got a couple of people watching. SA home buyers, welcome. Great to have you on here. Always good to see you on the chat. So pretty cool. I'm just going to post this into the general Discord just for the moment, and let's just jump in, see if we pick up anyone from Discord, and let's check that out. So we're gonna have a little chat there, maybe capture a few people from there, and I hope you guys are doing well. And let's go for gold. And all right, so let's just go to the announcement that came out today, and let's have a check that out. So we have Jack came out earlier today. Let's see how long ago. This was about 4 hours ago, almost, and we had the behind the scenes. So Jack's the I guess the chief executive kind of person, or the leader of Axion, and he's basically come out. Behind the scenes work has been happening at Axion right now. It's staggering. The team has never been as productive as right now, and this team is super productive, guys. I mean, these guys are working on so many things and get things done, and with a high degree of accuracy and detail. So pretty awesome, and they have a very ambitious vision, which they keep rolling out non-stop, and we just keep getting updates all the time. You can just go through the announcement section above this, and you can see constant announcements coming up. So pretty neat. Now, the team has never been as productive as right now. We have been actively scaling the Axion team dramatically and adding mass amounts of new professionalism to the operation. This includes the recent hires so we're going to go through those now. Hey, Andreas, welcome. Good to have you on the chat there. Hiya, how's it going? Andreas became a YouTube star yesterday on the Axion Today show. It was pretty good. Nice, good question. Went on live there, so well done, Andreas. Okay, so here we are. We got the recent hires of the dedicated SEO firm from Denver Digital, who will be supercharging the marketing efforts of the upcoming venture auctions. And you can see that actually on Axion Today show, he was on there, so you can see that broadcast there. So pretty neat. And so that was one of the big hires. That's a huge thing for SEO. SEO is really tricky. You need really good teams to actually make it work. So he sounded very confident. Also had a investment as well into Axion from what I could tell. So that bodes really well. It's good to have someone with some skin in the game. Number two, our new creative director, Joel Gerlach, who has worked on the Avengers, X-Men, and Captain America. All of those are really good. I just watched Infinity War last night, I think it was. Pretty good movies. So great to have someone of that professional caliber on board as new creative director. And more to launch our branding, marketing, and educational materials to the next level. So if he's doing stuff on here, I gather that he's able to do some incredible graphic artwork and communications. So it looks really good. And obviously maybe even video work, if he's done any of these, depending on what his role is. So pretty neat. And also his contacts to get stuff happening at a top level for communications is really key. We're already started on multiple professional grade Axion explainer videos and tutorials. So this is what I'm talking about. This is going to be huge. This is not necessarily done great. There are solid people do it solidly in crypto, but there's a lot of room for this next level sort of movie grade. So that's pretty exciting to have that in the Axion community as we're about to explode onto the scene, as it were, with the venture capital auctions. So it's going to make it easy for onboard normies, and this is really good that they're taking this a priority to onboard the normies. That's so important that anybody can actually get on board into Axion, get into certificate deposit, get the mutual fund type benefits of multiple dividends, multiple crypto. So it's pretty exciting once they land on the Axion website. So that's really cool. They're going to drive a lot of traffic with this SEO to the Axion website, and it's going to be a major driver as well. So advertising, all that sort of stuff. It's going to lead the Axion website's really going to bolster, as well as existing Discord, YouTube, Telegram, all that sort of stuff. Number 3, bringing Brian Newbright into a full-time role as Chief Strategy and Marketing Officer, where he has excelled in bringing the total amount of 555 stakes to 63 billion Axion, as well as setting up the board of directors. Now, the board of directors is a lot of whales and other people in it that dedicated themselves to using their funds and expanding, investing into Axion, the spread of Axion. So that's all going to go hand in hand with the marketing and heavy staking. So it's pretty neat. And strong go-to-market strategies for promoting the venture auctions to the masses. So that's awesome news. And if you thought that was great, then after that came out some absolute massive stuff about the venture auctions. So we're going to get into that. Let's quickly check the chat. So Andreas replied to me, you make me blush. Yeah, no problem. It was pretty cool. Good to see you on there. They're trying to get me on the show. I have agreed to get on there. It's just a matter of timing. So we'll see how that goes in the future. All right, let's get into the main event. The venture capital auctions are now completed, and this is hugely exciting. As we saw, the price decided to take a jump up. So we can see that here. It decided to do a 13-14%, and we can see a couple of really nice green buy candles and some interesting facts about that. The second green candle that we can see here, they've bolstered it from 00021 to 0002425. That was actually a particular whale that I checked out, and it's this one here, OX6F, and you can see the profile there. Now let's have a look at their portfolio. We can see that they already had staked like a day and a half ago or so 400,000 Axion for 87,000. So this is a fairly decent investment, as anyone would agree. They just bought 2 lots of Axion, and we can see that in the buys here. You can see they bought this 125, and then they bought this 115. So they made a significant investment there, 34, 35 Ethereum, and they've increased their portfolio. And we can see that that's where they are now. They've increased it. They already had a little bit in there, about 60 million. So they've increased it to 300 million. So they can see an opportunity sniffing in the wind, as it were, with only not far to go before the venture capital auctions launch. So now they own 700 million Axion, $153,000. That's nothing to be sneezed at all. So pretty exciting there. Now, obviously their average stake length is short, so we'll see what they do with that, if they're after wrap Bitcoin or whether they're after the price appreciation of Axion. So watch out for that one. So looking interesting there. So very short time frame for their stake. We go down further, we can see that they have staked they're 10% through. They've matured to 22 of the 3rd, so they look like they may be doing a short-term play. We'll find out whether they go for the long-term staking, but that certainly helped. They followed off on the news, and that's where we are at. We subsequently to that, we've had a couple of buys there, 20 million and 15 million. That's kept the price upwards, as it were. So that was interesting based off the price action, and then so basically let's get into the rest of this announcements. We are in the process of auditing and anticipating the audits to take 5 to 7 days. So auditing have definitely become a strong part of the Axion culture, which is great to see. Anticipated go live date for the venture auctions is the March the 12th, and that's the big news, folks. March the 12th is the go live date for the venture auctions, subject obviously as it follows. The date is tentative on the audits being complete on time, and obviously there being no major issues as well. At that time, marketing is to kick into gear. So this is what people have been waiting for too, marketing. And obviously Axion's going to stand out as the key marketer. So it's going to be pretty epic. Marketing is going to kick into high gear, and we're throwing a massive amount of capital on board to onboard newcomers. And that's what I've been going on about. I go on that about the daily, is that what we want to see under the overview. I think it is we actually analytics. we can go down and we can see these wallets here. So we're getting 2 a day recently. In the week we've had 38 and in the last month 953. Now I've been talking about getting 8,000 per month, 2,000 per week. So we are just waiting for marketing. Axion's going to be one of the few people that actually do serious marketing, if not the only one that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's a couple others, but major marketing budgets being put into this, as well as a professional marketing team. So pretty exciting. So massive amount of capital to onboard newcomers to Axion through the ability to stake and earn free Bitcoin divs. Now, once people get a sniff of the fact they're going to get Bitcoin dividends, especially with the long-term outlook for Bitcoin, it's going to be massive, absolutely massive. So we're still going to have, from what we can tell, we're going to have two VCA or venture capital auctions per week, Tuesday and Saturday, 1 billion each. So it's 2 billion per week, and that's going to be massive. And so what we're going to see is that we're still going to have the standard auctions as well for Axion. So we've got Ethereum going into these 2 venture capital auctions. They're going to be buying wrapped Bitcoin. 85% is going to be going back to the stakers. So that's why you got to buy Axion and stakes, folks, and get it while the prices are still low. And the second one, obviously, you'll be getting Axion divs in the other auctions as well. So pretty exciting indeed. And that's not to include, obviously, longer pays better shares, and also the big paydays, which there's 5 of them as well. So there's lots to take in, a lot of benefits to be had. The reward pool also has 8% per annum inflation in it, so that's really neat too. So you can capture that. Now, simultaneously, we have developed a full upgrade to the UI or user interface of the staking auction portal that will be ready for to go live as well. So that's going to be really great. They've made some solid improvements over the last month or so, and so this is really good. This is going to be really user friendly as well. It looks absolutely phenomenal. So that's fantastic. In addition, the long-awaited updated white paper will be live with full mathematical formulas and predictions. That's really great too. The reason the white paper is taking so long as it has is because we have been running countless actual simulations on the long-term performance of the ecosystem based on historical metrics. This is likely an industry first, so that bodes very well as well. So I'm looking forward to reading the white paper myself. Over the last couple of months, Axion has been a coiled spring, and that means it's been really compressed and really waiting that all that pressure building up. And the VEX auction scheduled for March the 12th is when it all takes off, or all springs out, as it were. And so that's going to be pretty massive. Axion.today, Axion.stats, a weekly live stream, VA auctions, and going full power with a highly experienced professional marketing team. It all kicks off on the March the 12th, all going well with the audit. So pretty neat. Get ready, impromptu AMA is going to be on live now. So I think that's coming out with Punky, and saw that just earlier. So let's just jump to the general chat there. And pretty sure Punky's on the alliance. So Punky's the marketing manager. So where's Punky here? He was on here, going to be doing a AMA shortly. So I'm sure that will be notified shortly when it gets on there. So you can catch up with that at some stage. Just trying to see whether it's on there. So that's going to come up soon, so you keep abreast of that. Andreas says in the chat, you want to join in on the 24th show on the 11th of March. Already recommended they invite you backstage. It would be really cool to have you join in. Yeah, for sure. I agree. So that's all the stuff that's happening. There's AMA on soon. It's going to be pretty exciting. But I had to talk about that news. That news is huge. Let's have a look at the price here. Just a little tiny pullback, but I think we're going to go north pretty soon. Let's check that out on the. We've got Ethereum is at $1,481. Gas is at 90 Gwei. So this is looking. Look at this. It's looking pretty exciting. If people don't understand that news, they need to take it seriously. We're talking about, in my opinion, we're talking about going above that that resistance line, and where we're at to now. So talking about going above this line, probably 0.0035, busting past that. This is going to be interesting times going ahead. And what we've got, the launch is on the, was it the 13th I said? Let me double check that. The 12th, sorry, 12th of March. And so we're looking at you're looking the 12th of March is not that far away, so we're the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, so not far away at all. And we're currently on the 4th, so what's it, 8 days? Pretty soon it's going to be 9 days, and that's going to be pretty epic. I think we're going to see some sharp price rises happening here. So pretty exciting. Still cheap prices in my view. 000 still on the bottom here, bouncing around. We've got this nice little uptrend. I think that we're going to head to the moon pretty shortly. We've had a couple of big buys coming in here. Look at this, 20 million, 15 million, 61.6, 61 million. These all look like new addresses as well. So it looks like we're getting a bit of momentum happening here. Let's have a look at the half an hour chart. And yeah, we're getting some more of this green buying in here. It's going to be interesting times ahead. I think we're going to be moving moon side. I think there's a lot of people who've been waiting for this, and some of them takes a while to get the news. And so you watch it over the next 12 hours. I think we're going to really get some nice action. Obviously, there's always sellers in the market. I think potentially this buy here is most likely a seller. This 15 here, and but we'll watch the space on that. They may just be trading in, and so we're going to get a few of those as well. So just cautiously optimistic as we move higher. What's that? Another buy in there? Yeah, another 8 million in there. 8C. So it's interesting to see these addresses. Let's have a look at this 61.6 million and see what they are doing. So we're going to go into they've obviously that's their main holding, 61. So they just bought that. Let's click on this and go into their account and see what they've been doing. So they're brand new, folks. That looks like a new account. At least the account is new. So that's the first time buy. They've come in and bought 61.7 million. So that's good to see. That's the sort of buyers we want to see, folks. And ultimately, we'd like to see them stake. But that's good. Nevertheless, buying is a good thing. So pretty cool. Let's have a look at another one. So that was that 61 there. Let's have a look at this 21 million. Let's have a quick check of that out. This account kind of looks familiar, but okay, so they've got some decent holdings, 80,000. They've already got some Axion already before that, so they're already a believer. Let's go and see what they've been doing. Okay, they do. It looks like they've staked some here, and 110. So they have accumulated. So they look not too bad. Just trying to go back here to see where they've been. So not too bad. I like these people. They look like they're believers too. So that's good. Getting those healthy investors is really important for Axion, and that looks pretty good to me. So I'll probably, I'm definitely going to be picking up some more myself. I think it's going to be going north pretty quickly. And let's have a look here. We've got, if we look at the 12th, we're looking at here. So we're not very far away, are we? I mean, you think about it in days, and we could get some pretty big jumps here before it launches. Pretty exciting. That RIP Bitcoin's going to come in. Imagine it. Assuming everything goes well with the audit, of course, I must make mention of that. Then within the 14th or something, we could be getting. What's that? We're going to be the 12th. We could be getting some RIP Bitcoin. So that's pretty soon, and I'm not sure what the 12th day is actually. What day is it today? Wednesday the 3rd. I'm in the future, of course, so I got to be careful with that. So Tuesday would be 10. So Saturday would probably be the first one. So if we're Tuesday the 10th, the 12th would be Thursday, and so we could have a first one on Saturday, and that would be so 12th. Well, they might actually just do one earlier, so that may be the 12th. So we'll wait and see what the AMA comes out with before we speculate too much. But that could definitely be the 12th is a Thursday. That would be the 14th. So if they do it based on their original initial schedule, they may do a special one on Thursday. But definitely Saturday, and that could be really exciting. Boy, pretty neat if you ask me. Andreas, going to catch some shut-eye now. See you, mate. Hey, Andreas, all the best. Sleep well. And onwards and upwards while you're sleeping. I'm sure the price will be traveling north. So pretty exciting stuff. Once again, if you didn't catch the beginning of this live stream, we were looking at the announcements today that came out about 4 hours ago, 4 hours and 10 minutes, and it basically had the update about all the exciting stuff in the background, hiring a Denver Digital SEO, which Axiom today did a show on. Also, the new creative director Joel Gerlach, who's worked on the Avengers, X-Men, and Captain America, is going to be doing some multiple professional grade Axiom explainer videos and tutorials to onboard the normies or general people as they land on the website. That's huge. Really exciting to see that. And obviously Brian Newbright has been doing a lot of the marketing and strategy stuff, doing the Max Shares Stake Week, the board of directors with Wales and other supporters to make Axiom stronger in the future and grow it. And then obviously the main event was right here, that the Axiom Venture Auctions is now completed. We're in the process of auditing and anticipate the audits take 7 to 10 days. Anticipated go live date for the Venture Auctions is March the 12th, pretty epic. So they may have a one on there rather than the Tuesday, and so I think that works out about right. So that's pretty excellent, and if not by the Saturday. The date is tentative as of the audits being complete on time. That at that time, of course, marketing is to kick in, and a lot of people are wanting marketing. Marketing's coming when the time is right, and time is pretty soon, 12th of March. It's kicking to high gear, and we are throwing a massive amount of capital to onboard newcomers. Don't underestimate this. I've been harping on about this for ages. Here is the main indicator, the wallets. We want to get that up to 8,000, so if we can do 8x on that, that'd be excellent. This is 953 in the last month. We need to do better than that. We need to get up to the 2,000 per week, 8,000 per month, and if we can do that for at least 3 months, that's pretty outstanding. That will take the wallets from about, last time I checked, about 15,000. Now this got active users 8.5, but it's actually higher if you use other wallets. I think this might be people that are active, so I'm not sure what the measure of active is on that. But it's going to be pretty exciting that we get that up to 50,000 wallets or so in about 3 months. So pretty massive. Got lots of things going to help make that happen, and I'm pretty excited. So that's what I said. And then we're throwing a massive amount to onboard through the ability to stake and earn Bitcoin divs. So everyone's going to be wanting those Bitcoin divs. It's going to really be a lot of energy and excitement in the marketplace. Imagine Axiom being blasted on YouTube, all over the place, in ads on Google, other places where they've decided they're going to do SEOing and advertising. It's going to be pretty exciting. Now simultaneously, and it's also going to interact with the huge Bitcoin or Bitcoin maximalists. They'll be interested in it as well. So pretty exciting. We have developed a full grade or upgrade of the UI to staking auction portal, and that's going to be great to see too as we go live. It will create a lot of excitement too with the new portal, looking absolutely phenomenal. So that's pretty excited to look forward to. Obviously, they're going to update the white paper with all the information on that. So over the last couple of months, this has been a Cold Spring. The venture auctions scheduled to March 12th is when all takes off. So I'm pretty excited. Accent.today show, Accent.stats, a weekly live stream, VA auctions, and going full power with a highly experienced professional marketing team. It all kicks off on March the 12th. Get ready. And Prompted AMA is on live now. So we'll just jump onto that and see what's happening there. So there we are. There's a lot of questions going on. So do check that out on Discord. Under AMA here, General Chat AMA, and you can see a lot of these Q&As being asked and answered. So pretty exciting. There's been a lot of questions on here. Huge. We go right to the top. Welcome to AMA. How are we feeling? I don't know, Jack. Stronger than ever before. The amount of behind the scenes work lately has been beyond immense. So this is Jack talking. We are positioning ourselves for not only an immense amount of sustainability, but a very strong opportunity for explosive short-term growth as well, and that's very exciting. Jack, not yet the new credit card design done or not? Not yet, Jack says. Still working with Connect as they finalise their processes. So this is Jack talking when the announcement was live, but obviously Punky is going to be coming on. So he's the marketing manager, strategy manager, is going to be coming on doing soon too. He just said that in the Discord. March the 12th. So what else we get there, Jack? How's the Moonplay integration looking, Jack? Any rough timelines on that? So I've been awestruck with their lack of productivity, to be frank. We recently started working to get integrated with Transact as well, so that Moonpay isn't gatekeeping us from a fiat on-ramp being ready for the March. So that's the credit card update. It literally shows the day, 12th of March. It's pretty funny. Some people don't read the announcements, so it's really important that people read the announcements. Another 4 to 6 months seems reasonable. Liquidity will be unlocked in about 2 weeks. How long will it be locked the second time around? Another 4 to 6 months. That's great to see. A quick question is, there seems to be mixed thoughts about if possible or not, can you make a function so we can transfer existing? We're currently chatting internally on how it might be possible to turn stakes into NFTs, as well as weighing the pros and cons of doing something like that. That's cool. Nice use of that. What are your thoughts of switching blockchains? After a lot of internal discussion, we are sticking to ETH for now. Many reasons for this, but a main one being that ETH2 is not likely to be that far away. And I'm kind of ambitious that they'll get sharding up by mid-year, so it's probably right there. So Jack, so it needs to be converted into NFT, stake long, and the system is designed. We've actually planted around 600,000 trees. Just jumping through some of these in case it just get to the sort of more interesting stuff. Stuff around gas there. ETH is the main one, maybe in the future. Yeah, the auction fees are high. Luckily, you get those fees offset by divs, rewards, and discounted auction rate. True. You don't see the gas issue as a huge roadblock onboarding users? Yes and no. It's an one-time entry fee to the ecosystem that is immensely profitable and pays that fee back. Initial investment many times over. Pretty logical to pay the fee when you know what's coming. Possibilities, what about Cardano, Paraka? Possibilities, no, they're already though. So there's a couple there. What's your thoughts on implementing a minimum duration for stakes? Currently people can stake 1 day or 1 week. People are free to stake one day and then get low share rates and high transaction fees. No harm to the ecosystem. When will Axion be a centralized exchange? I think you'd be surprised how little people use CEXs or central exchanges. 90% of the volume is wash trading. The only exchanges that matter are tier 1 exchanges like Binance and Coinbase, which take a bit of time to get onboarded for. That said, I think it's reasonable to onboard once CSX just because Polnex has a reasonable listing fee, so we're exploring that one. So that's pretty interesting. Polnex may be on the cards for CEX. And any updates on CoinMetro, Mandala exchange list? Not this time. So there's some decent ones there. What do you see your role as being over the next 24 hours? A great question. For background, Axion is not my first project, not even close. My strength is creating self-sustaining ecosystems that are living and breathing entities of their own. Axion has become exactly that. Designing systems that do not rely on a single person. And my role is creating sustainable, so that's nice to see. High priority list is adding an altcoin to the VCA liquid divs, and that is a good question. I am a huge advocate of the altcoin addition. However, focusing all marketing power on BTC divs first is going to be immensely beneficial, and I agree with that 100%. So hopefully everyone watching this agrees too. So it's high on the priority list, but a couple of months down on the roadmap. So that's answered that question about altcoins in the VCA, which is what I was asking about the last couple of days. So it's a high priority list, but a couple of months down the roadmap. As we first need to let BTC divs take their course. I'm excited about that. I think that's great. So let's hit that. We'll give those a few likes. A while ago, I remember reading something about People's Auction. It is very much on the table. We're just going step by step right now. There's been a lot of changes in the ecosystem. We want to give everyone the time to settle into what currently is here and double down on the focus of single updates like VA. Absolutely. Just one step at a time, folks. Not too much stuff. And I think what they've got coming up on the 12th, VCA marketing is huge. And obviously the new UI. $100. Problem is masses will not invest 2K into a project. $100 to stake certainly seems like a high fee, but the returns outweigh the cost. Don't forget the Ethereum network fees will drop during the bear market. They are working on updates to reduce gas fees. End of the day, I would mind paying $500 to stake 5555. I know, as I know the returns will be worth it. Interesting insights there. Let's just jump through to a new question. Any thoughts on introducing Axion wrap Bitcoin liquidity mining pool once the VCAs have? That's a good question. For sure, possibility. Yeah, I like that one. That's cool. So that's Axion wrap Bitcoin liquidity mining pool. I like that. It's a good idea. Something for next level. What else we got here? $100 staking fee. $100 investments will not make sense until ETH 2.0. That's fine. $100 investors are a very small percentage of population. Yeah, that's a fair point. So we'll just keep checking through. What do you think of the dark mode color scheme on the upcoming new staking platform? So we'll just check that out. So that's a little picture there. Auction rate, Uniswap rate, pretty neat. Bit in the auction, like it. Okay, so there's a little bit of a sneak preview there. The new staking platform looks phenomenal. There was an orange header that I looked less ideal though, so getting changed. The rest is 100%. Yeah, nice. That was a cool little surprise there. And a good chance you'll drop buy for the Accent Today 24 hours. This is Robbie from Accent Today Show. VCA, the odds are 100%. Nice. Today's 24 hour for the big Accent Today 24-hour VCA marathon. So that's coming up. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Same as always. What's your plans once VCAs are done? We will complete a project off the ground and safely running. Same as always, keep building and innovating. Yep, agree with that. What are the major hurdles you see for Axion right now? ETH fees and the complexity of MetaMask and cryptos for normies. Absolutely agree with that. ETH fees will be a thing of the past in the next few months, and we have some very solid walkthrough videos coming out shortly to solve all that complexity. Nice. Once that COVID lifts and the barley time, drink on me. That's pretty funny. So the VCA is the main milestone checkpoint, but we will never stop building and innovating and growing the reach. So not even close. VCA is just a big accomplishment and a value add, one of the many more to come. So I absolutely agree with that. The VCA is huge, and obviously they're teasing us with many more to come, which I like that too. Yes, not everyone's using Discord. We want to capture as many people as we can. So pretty cool. AMA on Telegram communities seem to be very effective. Any plans for those? I would debate their effectiveness. Yeah, I agree with that. I've been on those. They're not the easiest to follow. There's much easier just on Discord here. Any news of the Fiat on-ramp? Answered already. Yep, so they're working with another team, as we saw above. Let's keep going. Jump through here. Where are your 3 greatest witnesses? Yeah, I'll jump through that one. And just scrolling through. So hopefully this, if you haven't read the AMA, hopefully this is helpful. And if you're watching this, all right, thanks for the questions, guys. We'll do it again soon. So that's what's happened on the AMA just after the announcement that we had. So that was this announcement back up here. So that was a huge announcement. Then I had the AMA, so pretty cool. But apparently, Punky, the marketing strategy manager, is going to come on and do further AMA questions. So we'll look forward to that. Get onto Discord if you haven't already. Do that. So pretty cool. Okay, we've been streaming for half an hour on this announcement. I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I'm going to wrap up now. I'm going to be looking at that market myself and watching it in real time. Once again, the current price is 0002218. So watch the space on that, folks. I think it's some exciting times ahead for that. All right, thanks for watching, and I really appreciate it. And I will catch you in the next one. Until then, I'll see you later. I'll obviously doing the closing auction live stream tonight for the video for the end of the auction day 109. And feel free to subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell for further notifications. And of course, if you want to get 10% bonus, use the link in the video description below. You can get that 10% bonus on entering the auction. All right, catch you later on. Cheers.